Okay, Teddy, what happened today in court, in the Federal Bankruptcy Court of Mark Houle? Tell us what happened.
Well, first of all, way back in 2012, the end of 2012, he illegally sold my home at his chambers with two people that the bankruptcy trustee had brought in spite of a homestead declaration, in spite of my opposition, in spite of me telling them that the Homeowners Association was not a part of my bankruptcy. He has papers, he knows that. They have continued to keep bringing up the Homeowners Association and that I owe them money, and their lien is made up to Marion Nicklickborg, an individual. I do not owe Marion Nicklickborg anything. They keep insisting that...
At that time in 2012, did you tell the court that attorney's fees that they were attempting had been quashed by a prior judge?
I told them that. No, I did not tell them that because we were not referring to this judgment at this time. I told them that attorney's fees are not a secure debt, that they're exempt from my homestead exemption. The only thing that would stop me from having my home that they could sell it to, there's only 4 things that they could sell my home for with a declared homestead. And that would be child support, alimony, mechanic's lien, or a federal lien. They could not sell my home unless they sold it for enough to pay my exemption, which is $150,000, plus it would be $65,000 for what the attorney wants. They sold it for $145,000. They've kept all the money. I have not seen 1 penny. And today they had a hearing to give the Homeowners Association $10,000 when I've told them 15 times the Homeowners Association is not a part of my bankruptcy.
But he said that's irrelevant, that you didn't list him. He said that's irrelevant. Anybody can file. So
well, what do you mean irrelevant? But still,
I'm telling you what the judge ruled today.
Yeah, well, he's wrong, but it's still for attorney's fees.
The important point is that the documented attorney's fees have never been documented.
He never tells the truth about anything, and he never listens.
Have you ever seen the documented hours that attorney claimed he was owed for?
Never. He refused to give you anything. Yes. He's never, ever, ever given a breakdown of his attorney's fees.
And did that Judge Cunnison quash that original abstract of judgment?
He certainly did. He quashed it, and then he...
And did you notify this Judge Houle on Monday to this week?
I did. Yes, I did.
And he just admitted he just looked at it for the first time today.
I don't care what. I sent it to Franklin Adams, and Franklin Adams, you told me, admitted that he had it on Monday.
He did.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't have to point out everything. He should be able to read a few things.
William Wagener here. On second thought, what Teddy's wrong about is that just because she doesn't list somebody in her bankruptcy, they can't come in. I think she's wrong about that. However, the significant thing that she's not wrong about is that the original judgment was quashed by a judge. They should have refiled. Instead, they amended it and added another $20,000 for their trouble of having to, other than that, everything to do with the homeowners was thrown out. So what they're trying to do is go ahead and now validate an illegal act that was, who just simply filed the right motions to get the right judgment made. She had a lot of it, but none of them did exactly the right thing. Now she's at the end of this thing. Today she was in state court where the attorney or person saying he represented 12 people in the state court side of this case, his papers, he got a 60-day extension, no problem. Teddy had hers, filed it with the court. Court put it on the county court clerks and said it's filed. She's answered this and it's filed. But in the Federal Bankruptcy Court, they had set up an ambush. And this was all set, and the papers were on the docket